to another episode of the Format Podcast live. There we go. What's going on, everybody? It's been a little while. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday week. Got to spend some time with friends and family and enjoy that. Enjoy the season for what it's really about. You know what I mean? And obviously that's that time with your loved ones, and that stuff can't be replaced. So what's going on, Transformer? Been a minute, man.
Man, well, I feel like it's been, some months. We've been away for so long, but man, how was your holiday, man? Merry Christmas to you again.
Same to you, brother. It was solid, man. It was solid. I can't even complain, man.
Absolutely,
it was cool. It was cool. Got the family time. Daughter came home from college, so her and my son was hanging out. So that was beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
that's
real good,
beautiful,
real good.
Man. That's beautiful. Oh man, family love. One of my first Christmases with my mom in years.
Okay.
What happened?
We're good. I don't know what happened there, but we're good.
Okay. But yeah, one of the first Christmases with my pops. They came over, we celebrated, watched the kids open up all the gifts and just to see that happiness, that joy.
Yeah.
That camaraderie, man. I was so hyped so early in the morning. About around 10:30, 11, I was smoked. I had to take a nap.
That's how you know you're a parent and you're aging. When you get up early with them, and then by midday you like, I'm done.
Boy, it was like a shockwave hit me. I'm on the couch, we eating breakfast. I'm like, I'm gonna lay on the couch for a little minute. Get a couple of Z's in. It's like, bro, I was hurting.
Yeah.
But no, man, it was all love, man. It was all love.
Man, that's great. That's great. And you know what? Is the beautiful thing too about Christmas. We always get some sports action, man, and those are some of the great things that we're gonna discuss today. And as you can see from the rundown, we're gonna get into this the Steph and LeBron era, which kind of the reason that I guess the big game on the big game for your Lakers, obviously on Christmas night. That kind of got me thinking a little bit about the Steph and LeBron era. So we're going to talk about that. Then, of course, we'll follow it up talking about the NFL versus the NBA on Christmas and LeBron's idiotic comments. But we'll get there. This ain't the first time he's made idiotic comments.
Whoa. Idiotic comments?
Idiotic. We'll get there.
What? It's Christmas. What are we doing?
We'll get
What are we doing?
Then we'll take it to the NFL. And Kansas City is they were squeaking by earlier in the season. They are starting to look dominant, man. So that's going to be scary. And then finally,
scary hours.
We saw the NFL Hall of Fame finalists have been released, and Eli Manning is among them. And that pick causes a lot of consternation among different people in the sports world, sports media, sports fans, et cetera, that I've heard going around. So definitely wanted to have some talk about that because I think it is a discussion worth it's a topic worth discussing. So we're gonna get that. Edward Jackson, what's good, brother? Good to see you. All right, cool. So first things first, man. Y'all already know the deal, man. Hit the like and subscribe. Y'all know that. Next thing, Sid Bubba, what's good, brother? How you doing? Good morning to you. Navy looked good yesterday, man, but we'll talk about that in a second. But what we're gonna do, Transformer and I discussed it. We think we're gonna go ahead and move the podcast over to Sunday morning. That way we can get in our sports talk and hopefully get it wrapped up around the time that the NFL games are starting. That way everybody can relax with their breakfast, their coffee. They can listen to us kick it. Saturday nights, a lot of people have different things going on, so maybe that's not the best night to do it. So yeah, the most opportune time. Thank you, Transformer. So we think that we're going to go ahead and do that, and we will see where it goes. All right, cool. So let's take it now to the real sport, the most popular sport in America, the National Football League. So we're gonna go there, y'all. All right. So here's the deal. Earlier in the season, we saw Kansas City like really kind of scraping by. We know they are pushing to try and get a third straight championship, but the coveted three-peat, something that's never happened in NBA history. They've pretty much, I think they've locked up that number one seed in the AFC already, correct? I think they got it locked. Hello? Anybody with me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Transform, you hear me? All right, Transform. I have some technical
Well, they
difficulties.
15-1, right?
Yeah, they're 15-1. I think they locked up that number 1 seed. I don't think anybody could catch them now. So
Nah, I
it's
don't
gonna
think so. Yeah,
it's gonna go through Arrowhead again, right? And that okay, it is what it is. So
I can't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes. So what we're seeing now though is like Mahomes starting to get into that groove. We're seeing Kansas City not just, win by dominating defense or a last second field goal or something like that. And they really starting to kind of get on a roll, which is scary. You never want a team that's that good getting to their best position this late in the season, right? And so now comes the topic. I'm kind of curious to know where everybody is on, if you had to pick or bet, let's be objective here, G. Are we taking Kansas City to win again,
straight.
or we take the field? Huh?
You know what he choosing?
Another straight.
I'm just saying. We gotta be
asking
objective.
Me not to root for my team, bro.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Dummy.
What the hell, bro? Like, that's like
what's wrong? What's wrong with him, G?
No, so
what's wrong with him, G?
That's about likelihood, not rooting for your team, right? For instance, let me give an example. Y'all know I'm a diehard Notre Dame football fan.
Go Irish.
Right. Y'all know
taking over the segment. We said this.
You're right.
Every podcast is Go Irish.
but watch where I'm going with this though. We know they have a gigantic game coming up in the Sugar Bowl. I love that team with all my heart. I picked Georgia to win that game. When I really sat back and I was objective about it, I picked Georgia to win that game close. It can happen. That doesn't mean I love them any less.
Notre Dame's gonna win.
Hey, make me wrong. I hope so. But
the point is wrong.
The point is, just because I love them doesn't mean I have to pick them every time. Anyway,
Shots fired. You see what they doing? All right. Okay.
Yeah, Steve. But no, in all seriousness, though. So the question is, Kansas City or the field? We know who we all want to win. What do we think is more likely? That somebody in the AFC knocks them off? Or, okay. Somebody, what do we think is more likely? That they three-peat or somebody in the AFC knocks them off?
I mean, I look at their weapons on offense, right? With Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, Travis Kelce, freaking who they got coming out the backfield?
Kareem Hunt and Pacheco.
Pacheco. Right. And I'm missing one more, right? Is it Juju? Juju still with them?
Juju Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So and then that offensive line is really, really good, especially with Mahomes on the center. I mean, even though they said he was hurt, but like this could have been fake news. But then you take a step back and you start looking at like the coaching staff, right? Like since Mahomes been in the league, he's only had one person in his ear calling.
That's right.
I'm not mistaken, right? And then you got like one of the best defensive coordinators that played the game in a long time. That's active, right? He's still active. Yes. And so it does make them extremely dangerous when it comes time to making your picks and doing all these things. And not to mention the refs and or the Swifties that's out there. It's hard to pick against the Chiefs. You know, it's hard to pick against the Chiefs, but three-peating is really, really hard, man. Like
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's hard, man. That's you have to. I mean, they have the ingredients to do it. I'm just not sure if that's the way things gonna go for them this year.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, G. There's a reason nobody's ever done it yet, right? Because it ain't easy. I think winning a championship in football is probably the hardest out of all the sports. But no, I do agree with you. It's really hard.
One last point.
Yes.
And then I think they like 15-1. They like 15-1. And so normally, you know, what history shows us is anytime a team wins that many games during the regular season, they get in the playoffs, and sometimes they don't do too well. I don't know when the last
Green Bay Packers, New England Patriots. Yeah.
So the Vikings, remember that year they went undefeated?
Right. They went all the way to the conference title game. Yeah, great point. I agree. Transformer, go ahead, man.
Picking KC. This one just feels different, right? If you look at the games, right, it's almost like they're destined to be there, right? They're winning in every single fashion that you can freaking possibly win. Right when you're like, okay, Kansas City about to lose, block kick, right? Oh, Kansas City about to lose, sack for yardage. Sack for a loss. Kansas City about to lose, freaking Butker makes a freaking 56-yarder, right? Kansas City about to lose, kick return. Kansas City about to lose. Like everything's happening for Kansas City at the right moment, right? It's like whenever that light gets the brightest, the moment gets the biggest, those guys know how to show up, right? Spags calls one hell of a defense at the end of the fourth quarter. Like everything's on the line. Like, nah, we're drawing this up. We're sending our best defender, linebacker. You go here, and everybody is on the same page. Offensively, Mahomes need that last drive. Who's my best weapon? Travis Kelce, Andy Reid's calling the plays. Everybody's on the same page. I don't see it with no other team in the NFL. Like, I really don't. I don't see it with the Ravens. I don't even see it with my Packers, where everybody is truly locked in on them last two drives to win a football game, right? To me, that's showing that poise, that championship pedigree, that, hey, man, whatever it takes to get it done, we're going to get it done, right? So I can't count them out. Like, every game this season, except for the Bills game, Josh Allen had to go win that football game. It's not like Kansas City laid down and lost. Josh Allen literally put it to like, no, I have to win this football game, right? I'm tired of this whole narrative. You know, he runs this freaking AFC and I'm losing against him and blah, 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 blah. Like, he's the pinnacle of success. He's the pinnacle of the NFL. I have to beat him. Josh Allen went to go win that football game, right? Kansas City from there still went undefeated again. Like, you know, every single way that they can lose a game, they found a way to win it. So to me, it's like when you go into the playoffs, Baltimore and Bills, they're going to knock each other off before they even get to KC. So KC likely going to have to go through what, the Texans, right?
Pittsburgh. I think if it ended today, they'd have Pittsburgh in the
Pittsburgh. Hey, we talking about? Did I hear the Ravens? Did hear the Ravens? The Bills?
Yeah, y'all likely to face them.
I don't know if
face them first before you get to KC.
Realize this, but like early on in the year, we beat them. What was it, 42 next to nothing?
Yeah,
and set Josh Allen down. Yeah, we curb stomped.
Do you think that would be the same result if they played him again?
Hell yeah, why wouldn't it?
That's not the same Bills team, bro.
It's not the same Ravens team, bro. That's not the same Ravens
team. I agree with G on that one, Bruce. They're not
the same Ravens team, bro. You can't really.
That defense is moving up.
I'm just saying, I don't think they smoke them like that again. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they'll beat them. They won't.
But I think, but my point is, KC not gonna have to play both of them guys. They're gonna have to play one, right, in order to get to the championship. So if the Bills knock the Ravens off, or the Ravens knock the Bills off, however that goes, KC like, okay, cool. We got everybody out the way. We just need to beat one team to get back to the to play whoever's in the NFC. And NFC, who do you think can beat KC? To me, nobody. Philly has a shot.
No,
Detroit's not healthy enough.
That's crazy work,
right? You know what I mean? Like Detroit's not healthy enough.
I think we look at things such as when you're in the playoffs, the defensive intensity, the refs are a little looser with the play calling. The game is a little more physical at times. And that takes a toll, right? It ain't just like, oh yeah, we got another game next week. So players who probably don't even play well step up most of the time. And I think KC gonna have their hands full. Man, 15-1 that's a tough feat to constantly win week in and week out. That takes a toll on a player's body, man. And
agreed.
I don't know if I don't think they played 3 games in 11 days. I don't think they had to do that. Kansas City didn't have to do that, but
and they won them all soundingly. They didn't just win them. It wasn't no close game. They beat them all.
Yeah. No,
they left no room for error. Yeah. And I think they're peaking at the right time. If you look at the way they just dismantled the Steelers, we waited all season with like Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't had that game yet. And he had that game against the best defensive team in the league.
Quick side note,
though, brother. You're missing a point. The point that you're missing is beginning of the year, we looked at that schedule, right? We looked at the Steelers schedule when we said, about the time the end of the year, 2 things gonna happen. They're either gonna have a winning record, but they're gonna look like they're gonna hobble into the playoffs. And I think that's what we're saying now. We're saying a beat down Steelers team who don't want to tackle in the cold, who not clicking on every cylinders. They arguing with each other. There's a lot of teams out there like that, man. Like the toll that this season has taken on them. You can see it when they, the last few games going into the playoffs. They either don't want to play or, they just physically not there. So that's my 2 cents. That's what I believe. So when we do look at the Steelers, it's like, oh man, these guys look fresh last week, but to constantly play all these these tough teams, right? Because they had one of the toughest schedules. I thought we nominated that, right? Like that was like one of the toughest schedules to get into the playoffs, and now they in the playoffs with a winning record, but they look hurt. And so I don't think that the Kansas City Chiefs was peaking. I just think the team that they playing is like they going backwards. So they're not. They hurt. So a lot of players hurt.
I think two things can be true. I think you're absolutely right about the Steelers, but I think the Chiefs are peaking as well. I'm looking at this team and I'm saying we think this is how good Pat Mahomes is. He's having a down year. This dude is still about to get 4,000 yards passing, and he's still going to finish with like 30 touchdowns. He's having a down year. You know what I'm saying? Like he's freaking good. But to your point earlier, G, you're absolutely right, man. There's a reason nobody has ever three-peated. It's hard. It is hard. It's hard to repeat in football. It is hard. But there's some that I think we aren't noticing that just occurred to me. There's one guy active that's ever beat Pat Mahomes in the playoffs. And that guy's not eliminated from, that's right, not eliminated from contention yet. I have a feeling they're going to sneak in. And if they sneak in, we got to watch out for them because they're dangerous.
You're going to have to go against Josh Allen first.
That's going to be a game. What?
That's going to be a game.
Hell of a shootout. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we got to see, how it lines up. But that's a team that somehow, some way, they always start rolling at the end of the season. G, this being an AFC North guy, they always start rolling in the second half of the season. They got to figure out how to get better early. But anyway, I think that is a dangerous
the Bengals.
Yeah. That's a dangerous team we got to keep our eyes on, especially in terms. So I guess what it comes down to is the question is, do we think it's Kansas City or the field? And I have to go with the field. I think Josh Allen is playing out of his mind this year. I think obviously Lamar is playing out of his freaking mind this year. Outstanding football team in Baltimore. Joe Burrow playing out of his freaking mind this year. If he gets in, gets there, they can possibly upset the Chiefs because he's gone into Arrowhead and done it before in the playoffs. So I think it just may be too difficult with all these really good quarterbacks just gunning for you, man. I think it may be a little too much. It's going to be a fantastic playoff run to see, but I think if I have to choose KC or the field, I'm going with the field.
The thing I like about KC is that we talk about next man up mentality across the league. That team is a definition of next man up.
The Chiefs?
The Chiefs. Next man up mentality over there is real. They lose their running back. Guess what? We go get Kareem Hunt. It takes over. Yep. Next man up, right? We lose our number 1 and number 2 receiver. Guess what? Next man up. Go out there and ball. Go out there and show you behind. Rookie shows up. They go and get DeAndre Hopkins. He starts showing up. Juju comes back. He shows up. Travis Kelce's always been there, right? Every guy at every position, it's like they can't go wrong. Corner, next man steps up. Safety goes down. Next man steps up. Makes a big play. Makes a big sack. Makes a big interception, right? I think that's going to go a long way in this playoff run because still, granted, they are champions. Most of those guys that are still there are champions, but some of those guys aren't. Some of those guys are just as hungry. Like, dang, we want one too. We want to be a part of history as well. So those next guys up, they're going to be playing big roles. DeAndre Hopkins is yet to be unlocked yet, right? So I think that playbook, Andy Reid is holding on to them plays. Like, oh yeah, we get in the playoffs. We're calling number 8's number. Like number 8's going to really get some show in a lot of these coverages that we're seeing, especially when they address that they move the left tackle over to the guard, if I'm not mistaken, or they switch positions, and that line just looked so much better. Stop Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, like nobody could touch Mahomes after that, right? And that's just that next man up mentality. So like that to me is what I see being the big key on how I see that they can win, or they can, win again and be diverse to ever three-peat. We say, it's never been done, but a lot of things have never been done until it's been done, right? I think this is going to be the best team to have that possibility of making that happen.
So what team do y'all believe has the best offensive firepower?
Offensive firepower?
Yeah.
Cincinnati, if they get in.
Yeah. I think Cincinnati?
Yeah, man.
They might. Chase Brown has an ankle sprain. So they may lose a little bit in the run game, but Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, that's just like the best duo in the freaking league.
T. Higgins. Getting busy too. That's
I think
after that, I'll say the Ravens.
Kansas City definitely has like Xavier Worthy, speedster, Marquise Brown, speedster, freaking D-Hop. That's a cheat code. He shouldn't even be on the team. The league should have somebody should have let that happen, man.
They was like, nah, we ain't gonna
man, don't do nothing until the playoffs because we don't want to, incite a riot. And then Travis Kelce, like it's
like they can't do wrong.
It's
like they can't find a way to do wrong. Like
when Belichick stepped down, that really that era. Like who else is going to be? I know John Harbaugh going to call so many foolish plays. It don't make sense. He gonna let so much foolish stuff go by. It don't make sense. I hope not. But I mean, he's been known to do that. Like Andy Reid has already. That's already been out of the system, man. Like he makes sure he call all the plays for Mahomes. Like he in his ear, like it's gonna be hard to beat Kansas City, man. Like it's gonna be hard.
It is, but clearly Baltimore has the capability to do it. We saw it. What they got beat by a toe. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the season. So the capability is
there. A game of inches, bro.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, Transformer, but I gotta lean towards the field, man. I do. I think they got to go through too many super talented quarterbacks in the AFC.
But they won't. They're gonna have to pay each other. They get the first round bye. They get the bye. So those guys are already being battled, already fighting before they get Kansas City sitting back, rested. Andy Reid on the drawing board, Spags on the drawing board. Patrick Mahomes is gonna have 2 weeks off. He's not gonna play tomorrow. I mean, week 17. They already announced that Carson Wentz is gonna be the starting quarterback.
Right.
So
I saw that too.
These guys are going to have 2 weeks off, fresh, all healed up, game planning. These folks got to go battle. Josh Allen possibly has to battle Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah, but it's only,
you know what I mean? Pittsburgh going to have to battle the Ravens again.
But it's only one that's going to get knocked out. You're still going to have to get through at least 2 of them to get to the chip. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're going to get through one.
So whether it's Burrow and Allen, or whether it's Lamar or Burrow, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get through 2 of them.
Put the standards up again.
I bet.
Put the standards up.
And then after that, we'll hear what Chris Sims have to say before we close out the topic.
Oh, we can do that before. We'll just do that. Okay.
Let me turn off the banner too. All right, there you go.
Let me see. So the Bills have to play whoever the 7th seed is. Right. Okay.
As
then
it's
the Ravens
Broncos right now. That's a really good team too. Like that's a good defensive football team. But go ahead.
Yeah, Ravens have to play the Chargers. Texans
another Harbaugh, huh?
Yeah. So Kansas City is going to have to play either Steelers, Chargers, or Broncos. Who's the better quarterback?
Kansas City, Steelers, Chargers, or Broncos? The Chargers. Herbert.
The Chargers. All right. So that's probably going to be the toughest matchup if the Chargers end up beating. But no, they have to beat Baltimore.
Wait. So you forgot about how many are getting in? 8, right?
7.
Is it 8 or 6?
Bengals aren't in. The Bengals still need Denver to lose another one.
Okay.
Yeah, Denver still controls their own fate. If they win the next game, Burrow's not in there. So right now we're talking like Joe Burrow's in it. Joe Burrow's on the outside looking in. Right. He needs the Broncos to lose, and he needs to win a football game. That's right. In order for him to take that spot. So right now, the Bills have to play the Broncos. Ravens have to play the Chargers.
Okay.
Texans have to play the Steelers. Remember, KC plays the lower seed. You know what I mean? So that could be the Texans. That could be the Steelers. So either way, the Kansas City's not going to play a top-tier quarterback until the championship game. He's only going to have to play one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So either way, so that could end up Lamar or Josh Allen, right?
Josh Allen. That's the only way that he's going to be able to play nobody.
Either one is very capable of beating them.
Yeah, but they're going to be battling each other before they get to him. Because Buffalo will have to play the Ravens.
Gotcha.
KC is going to have to play either the Texans, the Steelers, the Chargers, or the Broncos. That's it. Right? So KC going to have a cleaner path off 2 weeks. They knock out whoever from 4 to 7 is, and then they meet either the Baltimore Ravens or the Buffalo Bills. After a hard-fought battle. Meanwhile, KC just literally skated for 3 weeks. See what I'm saying? So like you're more healthy, your game planning better. Meanwhile, these dudes are battle tested, possibly some injuries. I'm not wishing that upon no team, but that's just what happens in the playoffs. These folks get hurt. It's a physical sport, it's a contact sport. So I'm saying KC has an easier path than either one of those guys, because either way, Baltimore is going to have to face. Baltimore's going to have to face Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, or Josh Allen's going to have to face Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Pat only has to face one of them.
One of them. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's fair. Real quick, let me answer this comment in the chat from Edward Jackson. No, listen, I don't care if Saquon Barkley breaks Eric Dickerson's record or not. I'm saying I'm not mad at Eric Dickerson not wanting his record to be broken, especially in an era where, running backs are not deemed to be as important as they were in the past, although we're seeing a good little running back resurgence this year. I'm cool with that, but they're not generally, thought of as being as important as they were previously. But not a lot of people would remember Eric Dickerson if he didn't have that record, as great as he was. So my point is,
headband,
and goggles and Jerry curl.
Yeah.
No, but
the juices.
I understand why Eric Dickerson doesn't want his record to be broken. I wouldn't want my record to be broken either. Me personally, I don't care about the record. I'm just saying.
I thought he said go get it.
No. He was on one of these shows just yesterday, and they asked him about it. He was like, hell no. Nah, he don't want his record to be broken. He respects Saquon, but and he's maintained that for years. He doesn't want anyone breaking his record. Why would you?
I mean, true. Now, that's what keeps your name relevant.
You respect someone if they're able to do it. You shake their hand, hey, great job, whatever. But you don't.
But he doesn't want to see it going.
Right. I wouldn't want to see that. Chuck Brewer, that's a great point. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing about sports now. So if Saquon breaks it, unless he freaking goes off today, what I'm saying, he will have broken it in 17.
But Dickerson did the same.
Dickerson did in 16. No, Eric Dickerson did it in 16.
No, but he broke the record in 16. The previous record was in 14.
Well, so right. Okay. So here, the previous record, was it OJ hit 2,003 yards in 14 games. Right. But I wonder how long it took him to get to the 2,000. That's the question.
Yeah, but the season was only 14 games.
Because I think he did 21 something. No, but what I'm saying is if ED broke it in 14, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? If he broke it in the same amount of games. I don't think he did.
I think he needed that 16th game to break it. Yeah. So like Eric Dickerson did the same thing I want to say Barry Bonds so bad. Why is my mind on Bonds?
Well, there you go. So I mean, I'm good with that on the same thing. All right, but let's go ahead and let's wrap this topic. We'll take 2 calls, 5-minute max. Anybody want to call in and give your thoughts on Kansas City versus the field in the AFC? Do you think that they can get out of the AFC, and do you think they can three-peat? Or would you take, a team from the field? I'm taking the field. Transformer, I believe, said he thinks it's destiny. It's time for someone to do it, and I think G said he's taking the field as well. Correct?
Yep, that is correct.
All right.
You know who in that field, right?
There you go.
Who you choosing, bro?
Mr. Lamar Jackson, man.
That field is mean.
The 6,000 yards for a quarterback, man. That's crazy.
6,000 yards. What?
He broke Michael Vick's record in like 3 less seasons too.
Yeah.
No doubt. For a quarterback is crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take this call.
It took him 16 games.
Be more Bruce. What up?
What's it do, Dubby?
Maintaining, bro. What's up?
What up, Stu?
What's up, Stu? Hey, I don't think they talk about no damn Kansas City, man. This Ravens, man. This I don't get predestined. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck when we play. It's destined for the Ravens to win this year. Look how our season went. It was a bumpy ride the first half.
Mm-hmm.
It was bumpy. We lost to the Raiders. We lost to the Browns. We was playing inconsistent. We was doing this. We was doing this. We was calling for John Harbaugh's head. We was saying,
I never did.
I mean, a lot of people were, though, in the media. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about how Todd Buckin, he's not running the ball enough.
Yeah.
Football. We playing like shit. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Bye happened. Bye week happened. Everything changed after that.
You're right. And you said it too. You did say it.
We realigned the defense. Everything just realigned for us to go to Kansas City and knock them off this year. We are the team, like TJ Hoops beside us said on Speak Friday. We are the threat.
I'm mad at that.
Not Joe Burrow. We beat them. We beat them already.
Didn't they beat us too? You split with them, right?
Listen, goddamn, Bruce, let me talk, man. You ever try to cut somebody off, Bruce?
Just being objective, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let me talk, Bruce. Listen. He's number one in the league since the box 5 weeks back. We got the number one pass defense in the NFL since then. The number one pass defense since 5 weeks ago. Count 5 weeks back to now. We
like
number one in pass defense.
I
Since
like
we
it.
moved and a Darius Washington to your back end. And remember we talked about this, Bruce.
We did. That's
We
right.
manufactured this. Said if we put Kyle Hamilton back in the floater spot, we're gonna be way better.
You said it.
Shit just don't have it. This is our year, man. We running up Dirk Henry 27 times a game now.
Yeah.
20 back-to-back weeks.
That's right.
As long as we get that big boy the ball 25 times a game, ain't nobody beating us, yo. Period, yo. Because the fear factor of Lamar take as far as like on a read option, it's unstoppable. The play is so much shit can come off that read option. I don't give a fuck who you is. The play action game, no play action game. You thinking of Dirk Henry, the safety is coming up. They scared. You got to pick your poison. It's destined. And another thing, the play the Super Bowls in New Orleans this year, and we left where we went on last Super Bowl at last time.
New Orleans.
And Beyonce performed on Christmas, but I know I'm just everything just
It's lining up. All I gotta say is if we play in the Super Bowl in New Orleans again, they better make sure they got the lights right this time. I ain't with that. They tried.
No. Let me say this, yo. This is Super Bowl bust, man. And the Ravens don't. I do not know what to say. It's going to be a long off season, and a lot of questions, and the Ravens don't get it done. Everything is lining up for us. Everything. Who we got to play in the first round if we win Sunday? Which we gonna win? What, the Chargers?
That's what it's looking like. The Hard Bowl. Yep.
We beat the Chargers. Who possibly we play? Do we play Kansas City in the divisional round or the AFC Championship?
I think Transformers said that it would be Buffalo next. Is that what you said?
It'll be Buffalo.
Yeah.
So you won't play K City to the championship game. That's the only way you'll play them.
Defense. They ain't got no defense. And we already whooped them already. They can't beat us. I'm sorry. Even though, like Brucey say all the time, they not the same Buffalo team they was then than he is now. We were the same team we was then and we're now.
That's true too.
Our defense is way better. I heard you, Brucey. All on Josh Allen bandwagon. Not the same team. How they not the same goddamn team and still giving up 40 goddamn points a game and struggled against fucking New England last week?
Wow.
They're Buffalo, a one-trick pony, baby.
Okay. Well, I mean, they got a better record than us, unfortunately, for that. So
who gives a game? Who said they go? Who? Two more games? Who said they gonna beat the Jets? Who you think? How you think the Jets gonna play today at 1 o'clock? You think the Jets gonna give them they all today? Who said they gonna beat the Jets?
You know they will.
What's wrong with this Baltimore shit? It's everything is allotted up for us to win this shit. And I can't wait for this playoff run. I cannot wait for this playoff run so Lamar can shut all you motherfuckers up who flip-flop on him every goddamn week, and I'm sick of it. Even you with the team when you're not, you thick and thin, right or wrong. Fuck being ejected. Fuck being ejected, right or wrong.
But them Ravens fans is for real.
Oh my goodness.
They for real, yo. Y'all choosing violence over everything, boy.
Facts.
Yes. You got something you want to say, Brucey?
What's up?
Nothing.
You say to respond to that?
No, man. No. I mean,
Before I get out the phone, man, I just feel good this Sunday morning. I woke up, the sun is shining, God is good.
Always.
Yeah.
All the time.
Why Sunday mornings just feel so beautiful, man? God damn it, man. What is it about a Sunday morning, man? It is so, maybe because the NFL on. Let me say before I get out the phone, though, Brucey.
Yes, sir.
Colorado got their ass whipped last night by the white boys.
Smoked.
The white boys for BYU was not coming to play. You hear me? But you know what, though? Before I got the phone, I had a lot of do with that Travis Hunter shit. Them bashing them online. They just what you could tell Colorado wasn't into. It just wasn't the same, man. Like it just they played like Shador and they just played halfway like they want to get hurt, even though they had a shot. They didn't give it their all. Hey, my prediction though: Ravens Packers in the Super Bowl. Ravens 28. Because ain't nobody beat the Packers in the NFC, and we want to talk about football. Ain't nobody.
Okay, I haven't heard that before. I like that. I like that.
It's going to be Baltimore, the Packers, and we're going to defeat the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's not Green Bay time yet, but that's what I foresee. Remember, but listen though, fellas, we 2 weeks out, man, for the run to start, man. I got butterflies already, man, and the playoffs start 2 weeks, man. And listen, Baltimore Ravens, this is y'all year. This is the best time y'all got to win this shit, man. Y'all can beat KC. Get it out y'all here. Just like we had trouble beating Pittsburgh. We had to get over that hump. We getting over humps and shit this year, man.
No, I think they know that they can beat Kansas City. I think they know that. They literally lost by a freaking big toe. They know they can beat them.
Yeah, if you talk about it's the Ravens time, man. It's our time. Fuck KC. We're going Arrowhead. We're going to whoop that ass. We're going to dominate the playoffs. I guarantee. Remember I said that. Ain't no game to be close. We're going to dominate this shit.
Well, there we go. We're going to find out.
Hey, man, I talk to your brothers, man.
I appreciate the call, B. Thank you, man.
Oh, shit. Breaking news, guys. Lakers have made a trade sending D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and three second-round picks to Brooklyn in exchange for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. D'Angelo Russell is back in Brooklyn. I knew it was coming. He's gone.
Yep. Here comes Bronny.
But no, I want to touch on the record real quick. Eric Dixon in 14 games has 1,792. He needed the 15th and 16th game to break the record. He broke it on the 16th game with his first carry. Game 15, that boy had 215 yards.
Yeah, you went
That's
off.
what got him close.
Thank you.
And like I said, Barry got it done 2003 with only 14 games to play. So Eric Dickerson needed 2 extra games to beat not Barry Sanders.
I got you.
Yeah, to beat the previous record. Saquon would likely need 1 if he could break it. So
there we go.
Yeah.